What's yo, Earl, should I go play poker tonight? I'm not a gambler, so to me, gambling is such a waste of money because if you play long enough, you will lose. I would rather buy a leather jacket. What about Mason in Portland? DB Cooper, Dominic. I mean, I'm a fucking soldier, Dominic. You should believe in me. Because I ain't giving up. There's no one that's going to break me. Nobody. This will be a quick stream. I just was in the mood to stream. Had a good workout and thought, F it. Let's stream and see what happens. I didn't watch the Grammys. You know, my type of music really isn't featured. So, I mean, I thought Kanye's West, his wife's outfit was pretty dope. Who wins the Super Bowl? You know, you got to go with Kansas City, but, you know, if the Eagles play the perfect game, you know, it's not like the Eagles don't have a chance. I mean, Saquon Barkley is key, obviously, because if the longer Philly has the ball, the less time Mahomes doesn't. So I think that's pretty much the key. If you can run the ball on Kansas City and clock possession, I mean, you got to go with Kansas City. Can you wear that outfit? Nice tatas. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in all black. No, I'm not a serial killer. Do I look like one? I mean, I think I'm a pretty normal-looking guy. Oh, can you wear that outfit? Yeah, I don't know if I could pull that off. I could pull off a lot of outfits. I mean, right now I have a pair of dope suede pants on. But I'm too tired for this. Well, you don't have to watch Fruit Snacks. You don't think I'm not tired? 11, excuse me, 11 p.m. and, you know, I'm a soldier. So I will entertain you guys for about the next half hour. And then you guys can go sleepy. I mean, the other night I did a 2-hour stream, but that's not going to happen too often with me, to be honest. Here we go again. That's a good Whitesnake song. I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Hanging on the promises and the songs of yesterday. I ain't wasting my time. Damn, I do have some deep pipes. Yeah, I'm not doing an all-nighter. No, good night, Fruit Snacks. I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, I can't do longer than, I mean, to be honest with you, after about an hour, I'm like, okay, that's enough. But then sometimes I'm rolling and we get into it. But I don't know how, like, Melton routinely does 5 to 7 hour streams. I just can't do that. But I'm also, I think, one of the few who, you know, I don't snipe, I don't interview people. You know, it's pretty much just me talking. So, yeah, don't be an anxious lady. I'm not an anxious lady. You know, I only, you know, the second I stop having fun on the stream, I usually call it. Well, you know, I've got the time to do an all-night stream. I just have no interest in doing it. Hey, Earl, I feel sexually empowered listening to your words, friend. Well, Elijah, I guess, I don't know I don't know what to say to that. And no, I'm not going to pretend you're rubbing my shoulders, you pervert. Um, Actually, I'm a confident man. I'm a lot of things, but I don't think too many people would say that I look like a lady. Happy Black History Month, everyone. In honor of Black History Month, I will be doing a 28-minute stream. Get it? See what I did there? Little improv. Oh, shit. Yeah, well, I'm out of the Brennan Brothers business, you know. I've done MLC, 20, 25 times, never been paid once. Gina Bobina, first up. Yeah, I mean, I'm out of the Dabbleverse business. You know the pricing structure. Um, he's gonna sleep in. I will sleep in, to be honest with you. I don't have to get up. I have to make a phone call to a manager based in Nashville tomorrow, but she's kind of a late riser, so outside of that, I don't really have a reason to get up. Yes, yeah, a short late night live. I ran out on my kid and ruined my baby mama's credit in honor of Black History Month. Well, you're hitting the racial humor early. I mean, we're not even 10 minutes in, and you're going for it. Gamboo. Maybe you should go play poker. Poker in the front, liquor in the rear. Hello. Hey, we got a lady in here, Gina. 1 out of 8. We got a woman, which is about the ratio of most green rooms at a comedy club. Favorite Def Leppard, probably Hysteria. You know, the big one. I'm not like a gigantic Def Leppard fan, but I have seen them in concert twice. Both times with a Journey, and yeah, I like, Pyromania was good. I mean, they were young and hungry. Drummer had 2 arms. I mean, the halcyon days. Oh, Zenora, I didn't know you were here. My bad, my bad. Um, what time? Oh, we don't do that type of humor in here, Elijah. You want to do that? Maybe Ray DeVito is streaming or something. Maybe there's a Patreon only episode of Sit Down Zumach. We don't do that in here. Howdy, sir. How do you feel about the credit-based flat monetary system? That's way too deep of a question. Do you realize you're in the Earl Skakel stream? We don't do deep thoughts in here. We talk about hockey and pro wrestling. I believe in the flat tax Steve Forbes wanted to do. Just 10% of your income, bam, and we all show the government the money, honey. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, Randy. I'm not sure if you're trolling me or whatever. I don't even know what that means, Elijah. I mean, the trolls are coming in. That's what happens when you do a late stream. The freaks come out. So we can no, we don't talk about hot guys in here. I mean, that's a different stream. Now even my listeners are trolling me. Let me see. Okay, Raw Dog, you better hit the subscribe button and come back later. Well, that's all right for what you like, Elijah, but we don't do that kind of perverted talk in here. Oh, Raw Dog, are you trolling me? Well, I tell you what, if you don't think I'm funny anymore or good, just leave the fucking stream, bro. You think I can't do a stream to 13 people instead of 14? Beat it. Okay, never mind, you subbed. Then stick around and troll. Gulf of America, baby. I mean, there's bigger problems in the world than the name of the Gulf of Mexico, but, what are you going to do? Yeah, we don't talk about hot guys in here. This isn't a Piazza stream. See, I'll use the Dabbleverse terms for you guys. I mean, I know I gotta whet your appetite talking about the Dabble Land, but why do people keep voting for Newsom? I have no idea. That guy's maybe the worst governor we've ever had, and now he wants to run the country. And as someone who has seen what his governing can do, you don't want that. I don't care if you're the hardest core Democrat in the history of Democrats. You don't want Gavin Newsom as your president. This message is held for review. Trump is a moron. Well, that's your perspective. Gina Babina is not timing out people for no reason. Gina Babina times out people who are acting like idiots. It's a nice, friendly stream in here. I let the trolls speak their mind, but I trust Gina Babina knows what she's doing. Um, that goal, yeah, Steve Shields and Gar Snow, and also what makes that hockey fight so good was the announcing by the recently deceased Rick Jeanneret. Yeah, I mean, who cares what you believe or what I believe? If it's different, hey, who cares? Um, I would buy. Gavin Newsom could fuck your wife, and you'd want to take him to dinner. I mean, he's that good. He's a politician. He looks the part. He acts the part. Um, and I'm not a fan. But I'm directly affected by how shitty he governs. And California is a Democratic state, so the Democrats in power have no. Well, thank you, VSM. I knew the surgery would pay off somehow. Hit the subscribe button. So the Democratic Party is in complete and absolute power in California. There's no excuse to not run this state more efficiently. I mean, you've seen with the recent fires what a fucking clusterfuck that was. You can't blame the Republicans on that. And I'm not a Republican. Um, yeah, I mean, Rick Jeanneret, he's half the reason I got DirecTV so I could listen to the Sabre games in I mean, he was just awesome, and he was even, around that era. I think that fight was in the mid '90s. They had in between periods. They had what was his name, Mike Robitaille, who was an old school hockey player himself. So he was like when the Sabres were sucking, he would say it, which usually doesn't happen when you're being paid by that team. And Jim Lawrence was. Rick Jeanneret's, color commentator. So Lawrence would really like wind up Jeanneret. So it was just an awesome announcing team in the studio in between periods stuff. It was one of my favorite hockey announcing trios, I guess you'd say. Speaking of trios, I just saw for those of you who like wrestling. Now, and personally, it's not the way that I would have done it, but Elias is now in AEW, and he's pairing up with the Righteous, and I can't wait. Elias is really funny, and he's a good wrestler. So I don't know where he's going to fit on AEW television, but that first song he does on AEW TV, probably Dynamite, I'll assume, is going to be really fucking funny. And I hope they let him rip into the WWE. We don't do colored. We do colored, and I don't mean African American commentators. I mean, the color. You've got the main announcer, then you've got the color guy who paints the picture. Thoughts on Chris Jericho? I mean, I like Jericho. I do wish he would put over the younger talent more because he's certainly in a position to do so, but. He's certainly a staple in AEW. I mean, that match he had, I think, with Dax Harwood the other night wasn't very good. A lot of botches. So, everyone has a bad match. I have a bad comedy set. So, we all, in wrestling, the older you get, you slow down, and it's become evident with him. But, I'm a fan. Yeah, I mean, there just wasn't a place for him in WWE. I mean, after a while, the song parodies got a little, not stale, but it's like, he's just a comic character. My bench max, to be honest with you, it's not very good. I mean, I'm 56, but my bench max when I was like fully testosterone out in my 30s was 305 once. And it was a wonky 305. I mean, I got it up. The bar hit my chest, and And I probably could have done more, but back then I didn't work out with a partner. I just worked out on my own. And let me tell you something. There's something very fucking motivating about trying to bench 305 with no spot. You do it. Like you find a superhuman strength so that bar doesn't crash on your fucking chest. Um, so this channel is all about everything and nothing at the same time, certified op. We're just a friendly stream. Do you think Triple H knew he was going to be? Yeah, he probably is the one who put himself in the Hall of Fame. Um, yeah, I don't know. The learning tree stable, it's a little, I mean, I want to see Big Bill off on his own. I think he's a great big man. And I hear on the Jericho Cruise, I think last night, him and Enzo reunited. So maybe that'll happen in AEW. Um, Michael Richards was not awesome. Um, no, it's definitely not about that. Um, cheat about being a certified op. Give Earl your birthday and he reads your horoscope. No, we don't. That's way too deep in here. June 4th, 1999. Wish me luck. I'm in jail right now. Well, that's an honor to know that. Which jail? I want to see if you're lying to me. I've got connections in law enforcement. But just don't hold your bathroom in if you can. You're the hog. Fuck yeah. I would love the Big Bill and Enzo reunited. Yeah, I mean that would be good. Todd Glass uploaded his comedy special and he only got 5,000 views. Um, oh yeah, he was good on Seinfeld. To be honest with you, thank you. Oh, you're in Rikers Island. Well, say hello to Harvey Weinstein. I'm sure he's wheeling around somewhere. Um, Yeah, I mean, Big Bill and Enzo would be fun, to see, and has a tag. Maybe they could be the champions, and then the Hurt Syndicate. I think they're the tag team champions now. Private Party. They do have some good tag teams in AEW, but I think what muddies the waters is the trio stuff because, um, you know, like look at House of Black. I wouldn't mind seeing a tag team of Brody. King and Buddy Matthews, but then I don't know where Malachi Black is. There's rumors that he wants out, so maybe there will be a tag team. Um, so yeah, we don't talk about how people end up in jail here. No, I'm just. Uh, what's this man loving shit, y'all? Talking pro wrestling, baby doll. Uh, yeah, I mean, Brian Cage is certainly very talented for a man his size. Um, Even Joe Matarese got more than 5,000 views. Getting beat by Joe Matarese, how embarrassing. Well, it's tough though. Like, YouTube is certainly, you got to crack the algorithm. And I don't really follow what Todd Glass is doing, but, maybe he doesn't have a heavy YouTube presence. And, I mean, it's tough. I mean, YouTube, obviously, it's kind of like Netflix. It's the most known entity in streaming, but it's also an incredibly crowded field. So, and I think specials are so overrated now. Like that's why I'm really taking my time with mine because specials aren't very special anymore. You put them out, and then maybe a day or two they're talked about, and then they're on to the next special because they all look alike, they sound alike, and it's hard to not talk about the same shit um, because we're all taking in the news and whatnot. But Bill Burr talks about getting older. I talk about getting older. Am I ripping him off, or it's just I'm getting older, so I'm going to talk about it. Um, I mean, I don't know, Sal G. I'm not a lawyer, to be honest with you. Uh, I mean, I don't really keep up with Kill Tony, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, they really are a dime a dozen. I don't think any comic has done the spear. Well, are you a fan of sketch comedy like Old Mr. Show? I mean, I was in the Groundlings. I got kicked out, but I was in them. So, um, it's too bad I didn't last longer in the Groundlings because I did like it made my comedy better. Because you're forced to listen to other scene partners, and it's kind of an interesting way how they do it. But it's also a pyramid scheme. Like if no one leaves the level above you, you don't get to go up. So you just take the class again. Well, when I was taking the class, it was $800. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, here's another 800, and I might not graduate, even though I'm good enough to graduate. Fuck that. I mean, I'm better off on my own anyway. So, but I did like the muscles it stretched in me. Like I remember the first class I ever took. Probably about 15 of us in class, and the teacher just had us lie on the ground, and it was like act like bacon. And like it's you kind of had to think about it's not just a joke like set up punch. So um, I liked it, but I certainly wasn't going to go very far in it. But I should have passed the first level. So I told the teacher to fuck off, and that ended my time there. I mean, I probably would have auditioned for it. I mean, I think Robin Williams stole jokes. He's definitely an amazing performer, but I don't like joke stealing. You got to understand, in my world, joke stealing is like being called a pedophile. I mean, it's that serious by comics. Um, so this message, Freddie Fender, I don't even know who that is. Stretched. Okay, we don't do that kind of talking here, Ace. Um, so yeah, the Shoolies. See, I watched the Dabbleverse. I know what that means. Another message held for review. You guys are really, Jesus, Ace. Ace. I don't want to fucking put you in timeout, but come on, man, don't be an idiot. Well, I mean, and I'm just saying, in my world, a joke thief is thought of like that. Like a joke thief walks in the room, everyone shuts up, everyone clams up. I mean, when I used to host potluck every now and then, thank you, Bihan. I mean, my glasses. What you're seeing is, let me see if this helps. Let me see. There we go. But then the lighting's not the best. But fuck it, you can't have it all. Um, yeah, I mean, I when I used to host potluck, um, Mencia would sit in the back and just watch. And at the time, I was like, "What the fuck is he doing? He's watching a bunch of open mic comics." And then it hit me. He's farming for ideas. So, Ace, you're bombing in my stream. I'm going to give you one more chance at a joke, and then I'm going to have my moderator block you. You got to be funny in this stream. You just can't litter my stream with your unfunniness. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to do it. But so before you write the next thing you're going to write, take a deep breath. Think of the funniest thing you can say to me, or you're blocked. Um, were you there at the store when Rogan? No, I was not there that night. So you're, oh, okay. I joked that, wow, now you are Clark Kent. Yes, I am Clark Kent. So, Gina, get ready. I have a feeling you might, Gina, block them. Get rid of them. You are the most unfunny person in my stream's history. And that's saying something, Ace. Sorry about that. It's just the way it goes. Sorry, buddy. Hit the subscribe button. Sorry, Daryl. I mean, he just, um, you know, yeah, I mean, I don't mind people trolling me. I really don't. I don't mind people, no troll's ever going to hurt my feelings. I've heard it all. I've battled Jimmy Carr on international television. You think Ace is going to hurt my feelings? But you got to be funny, man. You just, come on, man. It's not asking much. By the way, I hope the people in the Midwest, I know we got some Midwesters in here. I hope you're all safe and sound with the snow and all that stuff. Earl, this is television, baby. Any advice to give my sister? Piven hit on her tonight, and he gave her his number. What do I tell her? Almost Jewish. Tell her to lose that number, baby. Or are you just doing shtick? Yeah, Piven's he's just a gross person. So I had a girl once come up to me and go, "I really like how you go after Jeremy Piven on Twitter, man. You're a role model to me." And it made me feel good. Like, oh, maybe I've saved one girl from his fucking perverted clutches. And then the next night she's on a show with him. It's like, come on, man. There are so many thirsty people. Dominic, are you Washington or Washington State? I got a sister in Washington State, so I'll assume you are in Washington, D.C. I don't know. I mean, I would. We don't talk about Kate Meany in here, Gina, but I mean, it sounds like something. I mean, she seems like she's pretty down to f anybody. Um, um, yeah, Jimmy Carr. That's roast battle in a nutshell. I beat Jimmy Carr, and then he gets to host the next 2 seasons. Like what? I predict Joe Rogan peaked in 2024. Now comes a slow decline. I mean, I don't think I don't know. I mean, at some point you get that big, you're gonna go down. But I don't see anyone overtaking him. I mean, maybe Theo Vaughn, but um, it's. I mean, he's still got a good run in him. I mean, no one's even close to his podcast in terms of the numbers and the guests. I mean, he gets precedence. I get the drummer from Warned. Um, so, yes, he does have a righteous mullet, no doubt about that. Um, I do think, I mean, obviously I'm being self serving, but I do think he has a lot of the same guests on. Like, I think I'd be a great guest on it instead of having, say, Brian Callen on, who you've had over and over again. So Theo's making a movie with Spade. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I could see that. I don't know. We don't do steel toe talk in here. Yeah, I mean, Theo's, he's definitely a performer, and he's captivating. I mean, you look at him and you're like, I want to listen to what this guy has to say. So, I remember doing shows with him in a restaurant in Orange County many, many years ago. I mean, I don't know if there's a need for Joe Dirt 3, to be honest with you. Will you be doing a weekly show with Chad or all? A one-time thing, one-time thing. I can't do stuff that only benefits the other person. Like, I love Chad, but, all those clicks and super chats, and we didn't get that many, I don't think. They all went to him, so that didn't really help my stream at all. Oh, I haven't seen that, Junior, to be honest with you. I don't really keep up with other comics' bald spots. I'm trying to cover up my own. Hello. I mean, I got a good hairline for 56. Um, Theo's trying to look like Michael Landon. Good point. I mean, I'm old enough to remember who Michael Landon is. One of the legends of 70s and early 80s TV. Are you beta? I don't think so. I mean, I'm in between. I'm not necessarily alpha, but I don't think I'm a total beta either. So, um, I'm, think I'm in between, like being a follower and being a leader. There's sometimes I take charge and there's other times I don't. So, interesting question. Um, Give has a piece of Michael Landon. Who's Give? I don't know who that is. Michael Landon was a lifelong hardcore pillhead. Well, I mean, 100%. I mean, back then, I mean, drugs were just easier to get. When I say I'm humble, I'm pretty humble. I mean, it's not like I'm super famous or super successful, but, I'm more successful than most comics. Been on TV more than most comics. But still a long ways to go. So, yeah, German in Venice. I ran into that guy randomly once when he was doing a video on Melrose, and he included me in the video. I mean, it was probably like 2 to 3 months ago. Um, I mean, I would love to have my channel eventually one day turn into what he has. Um, that would be fun. I mean, I can imagine he's got like 400,000 or 500,000 subscribers. 14 years finding the main vein and shooting up the needle. Oh, you're coming in hot, Junior, on Family. Um, but can you imagine the quality of drugs that RFK got? I mean, can you imagine the cocaine that he got and gets? Hello, do you think Dwayne Wade's son will make the WNBA? Is he trans? I don't really know much about Dwayne Wade's son, to be frank. You are a speed freak when it comes to caffeine. I am too. Yeah, I am next 100%. I can't deny that, Dominic. But caffeine is, I mean, I'd probably take too much, to be frank. I mean, this is, I think, 200 milligrams, but I'm not going to go to sleep for another 3 hours. So, I got to take Lois for a long walk. So, but am I addicted to caffeine? Yeah. But I'm okay, if that's the worst thing I put in my body is caffeine. Would you use your platform to push a political agenda? I mean, I'm not very political because I think both parties are full of shit. So, not really. I mean, if I felt really strongly about something, I would. I'm a cardio freak, so I do almost a gram a day on hard days. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a cardio freak, but I do a lot of yoga, and yoga for me is very hard. I'm not flexible at all. Like the class I did tonight, this teacher's like really hard. And I would say of the hour, I probably was in child's pose, which is the resting position for at least 10 minutes. Like, I do it for like 30 seconds here and then go back into the exercises and then a minute here. So it's not 10 straight minutes, but um, caffeine gets me to get stuff done. Well, I mean, I've timed it. Like I drank this drink right now, right before the stream. I know the caffeine will be flowing through my veins for another hour or two, and then I'll crash, which is perfect because I'll want to go to bed. Earl, can I confirm German in Venice is approaching 400? Oh, okay, yeah, but I mean, he's very technical with it. He's a lot like my friend Jordan. Who's at about the same. I think Jordan has something like 350,000. And Jordan is an inspiration to me because, when he started his stream, he was at about the level I'm at, shade under 3,000, just cranking video after video out. And then he found his niche and, um, his channel is incredibly popular. Um, and, German in Venice has really found a niche of, being kind of like this chubby European dude who just wanders the streets of LA. And there's also that guy who rides on it's not a motorcycle, but it's like a scooter. And he'll go into like a really bad neighborhood and he'll just dart in and out. He did a video the other night or the other day in the Palisades where he's showing all the fire stuff. And it was really interesting. Uh, um, Earl, what was the hardest part about your life? I mean, probably starting comedy at 30. I mean, I wish I would have started at 20, but, I mean, comedy is a young person's game for the most part. So it's fighting against the ageism and shit. But, I'm 56. What am I going to do? I like that Jordan is switching it up a little bit, visiting antique shops and flea markets. Yeah, I mean, he definitely draws you in with his storytelling and like he'll go to Vegas and do a video about a certain, like I think he did one about the Tropicana Hotel. I watched someone else's channel today. I think they had like 1.2 million subscribers, and they basically did a video about how shitty the Luxor Hotel is, and it was really interesting. So I'm not quite there yet where I'm going to go to Vegas to do a video about a particular hotel or whatever, but I'm trying to give you guys and girls an inside look into the life of an LA comic. Um, Hardest part about my life is my weenie. I mean, sometimes. Um, it's ridiculous how people are like, Jordan, why aren't you doing Graves or something regarding old Hollywood? Well, I mean, those stories get kind of repetitive. Like, his video that I was in with about Roddy Piper was really good. Um, he switches it up. I mean, he does have an old school Hollywood vibe to him. I'm sure. I think he's getting married in Vegas, which I will be in attendance. But Dominic, $1.99. Um, can we get an official Skakel joke? Let me go to my iPad. I think I wrote a joke today, or at least an idea. Do we really need another documentary on O.J. Simpson allegedly killing 2 people? I mean, Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder could figure that one out. Hello. Um, and this one I just kind of. I love watching prison documentaries. They are so informative. I had no idea you could shove a 12-inch knife up your ass without cutting yourself. A little stick like that. A little stick like that. A nearly 500-pound rapper is suing Lyft for not letting her in the car. And before seeing her pics, the first thing that came to my mind was, how big are those tits? I mean, that's all tits are fat. Who's with me? I'm giving you like 4. One more. Donald Trump announced that starting next year, Black Friday will now be called White Wednesday. And here I thought renaming the Gulf of Mexico was aggressive. Hello! There you go. That's 4 jokes for $1.99. All of those jokes will be told my next set at the Comedy Store. So you guys got like a free preview. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hit the like and subscribe button, pretty please. I don't ask you guys for much. Well, I mean, they're not like, the greatest jokes of all time, but I mean, I did watch the Orenthal documentary, at least episode 1 last night. And I didn't really hear too much that was new. I mean, so I just, I mean, that was 2020. I mean, the murders were actually 30 years ago. So maybe they did it to be part of the 30-year anniversary, I guess. Anything for ratings. And the trial was 28 years ago. So I don't know. I mean, at this point, you either think he did it or he didn't. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely go for quantity. I write a lot of bad jokes, to be honest with you. I'm like the Kiss of jokes. I write 20 bad songs to get to the 2 good ones. Yeah, I mean, political jokes are, they write themselves almost. But the danger of doing political jokes is you're going to piss off half the crowd. And, when I'm going on at the Comedy Store specifically, and the crowd's tired and, it's 12:15, 12:30. Sometimes I've gone on as late as 1 a.m. I can't take the risk of pissing off half the crowd because they, how do I say this? If I give them one reason to leave, they will leave. So I got to kind of do some coked out Sonia Braga jokes. I don't even know who that is, Felix W. Did Piper have any heat with anyone at the store? No, everyone loved him because Piper did it right, and Blake Griffin does it right. They asked to go on, and they'll always say like, in Piper's case and Blake Griffin's case as well, they'd be like, hey, I'll go on last. I don't want to bump anyone because they know that, it's literally like if I walked into an NBA locker room and said, I'd like to play tonight, they'd look at me and go, who the fuck are you? Okay, well, can I play tonight if there's time? Yeah, no problem, dude. Piper was pretty well liked. I mean, you got to understand that there's a lot of comics from the age of 30 to 60 up there, and that's Piper's probably prime age fan base. So yeah, well, you couldn't put on Brody and then someone else. Like I had to follow Holtzman one night in the original room. That's no joke. So there's some comics that are just, you know, I don't think any comics. I don't think any comics unfollowable. I think if you're funny, you can get any crowd. Like I had to go on one night, and I've told the story a million times, so I won't bore you guys with the intricacies of my jokes. But yeah, I had to go on after Dave Chappelle one night. Now, here's arguably the greatest comic of all time, and he didn't even give me an intro. Really, he was just like, "I think there's somebody next," and then just dropped the mic and walked off. So when I got on stage, the whole crowd was looking at me like, and they were telling me with their faces, "You got one joke, bro. If it bombs, we're out." And I got to be honest with you, I was now Jay Clips. That's not very nice to say about a friend of mine. My family was so poor we had to jack the dog off to feed the cat. Hello, I mean that's not bad, Rico Suave. See, I let you get your joke in. Mitch Hedberg would be hard because he changed the mood of the room. Um, yeah, but if you're funny, you could follow Mitch Hedberg. I've had to follow Ian Bagg, who's like the king of crowd work. So, if you follow someone like Rick Ingram or Ian Bagg, you better be real fucking good because you're not going to be able to do crowd work. You're going to have to hit them with jokes. So, of course, my ace in the hole, if you will, is I'm also good at roasting. So that's, Hinchcliffe is good at roasting and several others. So you can have that in your back pocket. Could you compare Dane Cook to Nickelback in a way? Yeah, I mean, I like Nickelback. I like Creed. I mean, Dane. I look at him as more of a performer than a comic. Um, I don't think anyone can really name one Dane Cook joke, but you can go, oh, he's the guy who sticks his ass up in the air and makes a funny face. Um, well, I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, comedy is subjective. So I personally think Norm Macdonald's the funniest comic of all time. But, I mean, obviously there's Chappelle, there's Chris Rock, there's Eddie Murphy. If you like roast comics, there's Don Rickles. Um, stuff. So it really all depends on what you like. Um, so, there's that. Here's my joke I just wrote. I'm dating an extremely handicapped woman. Her disability is that she can't shut up. That's funny. Can I use that? Hello. But it's like someone asked me the other day who I thought the greatest hockey player was. Now, most people are going to say Wayne Gretzky just because of the sheer numbers that he put up. Or although Ovechkin is probably going to get the goal scoring record, but this is how good Wayne Gretzky was. If you took away every single goal that Wayne Gretzky scored, he would still be the all-time leading scorer on his assist alone. But my answer was I think Mark Messier was the greatest player of all time. He might not have been as offensively talented as Wayne Gretzky or Mario Lemieux or Steve Yzerman, but he added that physical element where, if you took the puck from him, he'd just slash you. There's a great, I love some of the mic'd up moments on YouTube about the NHL, and there's a clip where someone was kind of mouthing off to him, and he's like, "You come near me again, I'll put my fucking stick in your eye." I mean, Gretzky would not say something like that. Um, Thank you. Yeah, I mean that's not bad actually, Junior. My career's going bad when I'm taking jokes in the stream. Hello. I'm gonna do that joke on Saturday night, Junior. If it does well, I'm gonna pay you $20. If it doesn't do well, then you pay me $20. And you'll know if it does well or doesn't do well because I'm gonna post the clip. Play a clip. It's my Meltham impression. So Iserman. I mean, I think there was one time on a plane that was 30,000 feet in the air. Mark Messier grabbed Peter Klima, who was a really fucking offensively talented player, but really lazy, and he literally put Peter Klima up against the emergency door, and I forget exactly what he said, but he was like, "Listen, motherfucker, we play defense on this team." So Wayne Gretzky's not going to do that. Earl, that's going to be great. I'll predict it kills. So here's the deal, Junior Coltrane. Let's make a deal. Of course, the Comedy Store takes 3 to 4 days to, they record every set in the main room. I'm going to do that joke. If it does well, moderately well, I'm going to give you $20. If it doesn't do well, because I know how to deliver a joke, you got to give me $20. So I'm hoping that I give you $20. If we are doing original jokes, mine is, I hear the kids are into consent nowadays, but I'm not one to fall for trends. You guys are funny, man. What if I did a special that were all jokes based on my stream? Let me try that one out. Hey guys, what's happening, man? I hear the kids are really into consent these days, but I'm not really one to follow trends. Hello! I'll make you the same deal. Hold on, I gotta write these down, man. I'm gonna forget. Hold on. Junior, what was your joke? Her disability is she can't shut up. Right. Hold on. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Let me write this one down here. The kids are into consent these days. But I've never really to follow trends, right? But yeah, I might. Some of these, just having you do it would be a great compliment. If we are doing it, yeah, I hear the kid. All right, and then okay, and then let me Junior's jokes. I'm dating. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely Google those. I can't be doing stolen jokes on stage. I ain't no Mencia. I ain't no Ned Hoff. That's his real name. Earl at work. I know. I gotta work, man. Always be working. All right, Ace, you're back. I mean, that's not even Ace. You're not. The timeout didn't help you be funny. I'm gonna definitely tell you that. Yo, mom is so dumb that she thinks Cocoa Beware is some kind of chocolate cereal. I don't know if I'm going to do that one on stage, but I think it's funny. The problem is, and this is coming from me, Cocoa Beware is a real deep cut. I mean, most crowds don't even know who John Cena is anymore. I know Theo Von has not had me on yet. But to get back into my good graces, Ace, why don't you tweet at him, have Earl Skakel on? I mean, that is funny, the Cocoa Beware joke, but I mean, that would have to be a real. I'd have to do that one on like the Jericho cruise or something. And so far, I've not been invited on the Jericho cruise, and Jericho knows me. Yeah, but I'm gonna try not to do Yo Mama wrestling jokes. I would say in my experience when I tell my story about when I met Kamala, and I don't mean Kamala, I mean Kamala, it doesn't really work. I love to write jokes, so it's just one of the thousands I have totally brand new. Well, yeah, I mean, I once had a guy come up to me and give me this joke. What was it? I don't know, some joke that was like a wordplay joke, and I thought, oh, that's a pretty funny joke, so I did the joke, and then this guy comes up to me and goes, hey, motherfucker, that's my joke. So this guy was giving me a stolen joke, and I did the joke in front of the guy who wrote it. My all-time favorite is how long turn the lights on after sex. Like, what? My all-time favorite is how long turns the lights off after sex. Who was Julio in space? That would be Jason Galern, John Ray. Jason Galern was Julio in space. How a blonde turns on. Wait, hold on. Now I know I'm a little tired. How a blonde turns on the lights. Write it one more time, dude. I'm having trouble combining your sentences, TB. By the way, we'll do another 10 minutes, guys. This is a late night stream, and then I gotta walk Lois. But right now, Lois is sleeping. She ain't coughing, so I'm not gonna wake her up. Because as soon as I wake her up, she starts coughing. So, but by the way, my set at the Comedy Store Saturday night went very well. This is making me nervous. Message held for review. How does a blonde turn on the lights after sex? I don't know, TB. How does a blonde turn the lights on after sex? I don't know why that message was held for review. That's a pretty, it's not a particularly dirty question. So now the suspense is building. How does a blonde turn on the lights after sex? Whenever I see someone with a neck tattoo, I assume they don't do well at job interviews unless they wear a turtleneck shirt or scarf. I don't know about that one, Junior. I might have to hold off on that one. But thank you. Open the car door. Hello. See, that's funny. I get that. Okay, I get that now. I heard a good blonde joke. Yeah, that one's minute bowl level reaching. That's an old school joke, old school reference. My favorite. What do a blonde and a airplane have in common? They both have a black box. Boing! Let's get early enough jokes to buy himself a new elliptical. No, just super chat me. Hello. What if I did a GoFundMe to get me a new elliptical? Fuck that. Trust me, some comics would. These cheap fucks. Yeah, I mean that black box joke. Hey, why don't they make the rest of the plane out of a black box? Now, there's been an updated version of that joke with the Palisades fire and the Malibu fires. There was that one section of the Palisades where 500 homes were destroyed, and literally on every plot of the home or the homes, the only thing left standing was the chimney. So it was like, hey, why don't they just build the rest of the house like they did the chimney? Boing! Whenever I see someone with a face tattoo, I assume they have totally given up on job interviews. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'll keep that under consideration. I got to go back to sleep. It's 2 a.m. here. Peace, Skakes. You rule, brother. Thank you. Thank you for checking in. We'll do about another 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'll probably play a game of NCAA College Football 2025, and then wait for Lois to get up. Rudy Baga. They used to. It's called Brick. Connie Lingus in the house. Black box. You're talking about me? My box is more than a dark abyss. Boing! You guys are coming in hot. Whatever I say, yeah. Jesus, Dominic. I can't be, I can't say that on stage. Rape jokes are, they're a tough sell to the audience, especially when probably half the crowd is female. That joke better be real fucking funny. But you could kind of combine all these jokes. You got face tattoos, you got neck tattoos. How come you don't see a cock tattoo? I mean, something there. I mean, reminds me of the joke. I knew a guy with a big dick, but when his dick was soft, he had a tattoo and it just said JY. And I said, what's JY mean? And he's like, get me hard and you'll find out. So he got hard and said, just go to Jamaica and have a nice day. Boing! So lots of old homes made of cinder block or brick. I mean, my building is made, it's probably 40% wood, 60% stucco. So, we had some Kobe, the making of a legend. Yeah, not with that girl in the Colorado. Um, I mean, I would not, that's why I was a little nervous. There was two fires that I don't think they could have gotten to me, but the embers could have, with the way the winds were. So, I mean, the one was getting pretty close where I did a walk around and saying, okay, I got a suitcase. What do I jam in this suitcase? So I was very lucky because I know, Dominic, my favorite Ron White joke is, I sucked the guy's dick and thought to myself, I think this guy is gay. Hello. That remind me, okay, thank you, Gina. That reminds me of a joke I used to do. I think it was a stolen joke. I'm like, so the other day I'm having anal sex with this guy, and right as I'm about to come, I said to the guy, hey, you're not gay, are you? Boing! 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Uh, it bites, but makes more. I don't know about that, Connie. I'll give you another chance, Connie. You got 2 minutes to redeem yourself for that one. Hey, we got 9 people in here, 22 likes. Thank you guys very much. I know it's a late night stream, but a master debater, aka owner operator. Boing! Junior Coltrane, I've heard this joke a million times. I'm going to get a tattoo of a bigger dick on my dick. Boing! I mean, you get, all right, let's stop with the joke book jokes. Original jokes in here, either by me or you guys. So, what do you do for a living, bro? I'm a stand-up comic. I'm a voiceover actor. I'm an actor from Los Angeles, California. Yes, this is Monday nights will now be Earl's Joke Hour. The Monday night stream will be Earl's Jokey Joke Hour. So, Sohan, if you're feeling it, hit the like and subscribe button. Yes, I do the voiceover for EA Sports. EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, Sohan. I mean, I'm probably the most unknown famous person you'll ever meet in your life. Woof. I mean, I do kind of sound like that guy. That guy's probably making bank. Yes, Monday is new material night in the Earlverse. So I don't, I'm trying to have a set time where you guys just go, okay, it's Tuesday, 5 p.m. It's time to watch Earl. But, I just stream when I want to stream. I almost didn't stream tonight, but, I just felt like it. We got 30 more seconds, guys. What's on top of the resume? Earl Skakel, my name. How old are you, blood? I'm 56 years old, blood. What are we, on a set of colors? Colors. I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking. Colors. Colors. So yes, I am 56 years old, born September 17th, 1968. Hit that like and subscribe button and follow me everywhere at Earl Skakel, EARLSKAKEL. And I'm pretty easy to, your YouTube earning per month. Well, that's a little personal, isn't it? I mean, last month I made, I think, like $500, and that's not a lot of money. I mean, Kevin Brennan makes, I think, like something like $200,000 a year. But, $500 a month, that's a pair of shoes or, a leather jacket. So I'm happy with that. Any advice for 15 to 20-year-olds? Yeah, just make sure they're 18. Hello! That's how you end the stream.